Welcome to the BFME2, the Rise of the Witch King in a one-on-one replay commentary after a long time, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this, between the Mora player the King and his opponent the Elven player Elven. So it's gonna be Sauron versus Galadriel. I wish the players best of luck, and hopefully it's gonna be a great game. We have goblins behind the beasts on each side. We have trolls. There is a Nazgul, and they are looking for those sneaky little hobbitses. We see all the squads from Merry to Pippin to Frodo to Sam. So it's a pretty great design map. It's like a hobbit team. I enjoy this. From the Shire. 2 Malone trees into the barracks, into the Malone tree number 3. That's going to be the build order from the Elven player. And on the other side we see 2 orc pits and 2 slaughterhouses. So he's going to spam the orcs all over the place. Quantity or the quality? That's the question. We will find out very soon. So what can we expect about this matchup? I think elves are pretty powerful in those all-out fights, thanks to their insane amount of damage through the archers. They have like good heroes, and all in all they have, you know, great combat skills. But in exchange to that, on the other side we will have Mordor with a crazy strong economy and the ability to outspam almost every faction in the game. There's also pretty powerful heroes, and of course big power points, catapults that are enough to counter the archers. And the weakness of the elves though is that they have the worst eco in the game. They have nothing to boost their eco, so they need to control the map, otherwise they will be broke and they cannot keep up with the speed of the developing of Mordor, thanks to their insane amount of economical advantages through, for example, the industry. That's one of the powers. Hurry it up. So one Lothian warrior is going to make it through. Beautiful rallying call here from Irby. He's going to be able to commit to the slaughterhouse and it's going to go down for sure. In the meantime, the counter push. Sauron will be used. But the Lothian warrior is still enough to defend against the orc in a one-on-one. Sauron or not, it doesn't matter. Quality is just much greater. For the Lothian warriors, they have been trained for ages. They know how to fight properly. And orcs, they don't. Because nobody was teaching them to survive. If he can destroy this one too, it can be actually a quick game. But I think he will be able to protect this barely. The good thing about the Lothian warriors is not only they are way stronger compared to the orcs, but they are also way faster. So you can always decide to disengage if you want to. You don't need to commit to the fight. Okay, archers too, that's good, beautiful. And pikemen will be recruited as well, because the production building number 3 for Mordor is going to be this Haradrim Palace. And for now he's going to recruit some of the Easterlings, but later on he can get it to level 2 and start recruiting some of the Haradrim Lancers, which are going to be great counter to the enemy Lothian warriors and also Lothian archers. So what is the counter to this orc spam? I can hear you asking, and of course the answer to this question is the stable. So all you need to do is build up the green pasture, and from this you can recruit the Rivendell Lancers, and with them you can trample and deal with the orcs way faster. I'm not gonna say easier, but it's just way more significant, because you can trample them once, you kill them in a second, and you don't need to bother trying to attack them or waste time to shoot them down. And that's the building I was talking about. Rivendell Lancer, 500 resources, but they are pretty good against those small and, you know, sent orcs which are sent by one. And that's what I'm talking about. One trample is all it takes, and whole battalion has been cleaned up. We have a lot of orcs all over the place though, and that's gonna be the creep number 1 for the Mora player the King. And with these big numbers he will also unlock the horde bonus. You can see the animation already. With the horde bonus, these orcs will also deal more damage. Will also affect the orc archers in the army, and the Easterlings will prevent the enemy lancers to commit to the fight. And that's gonna be the creep for Elven player Irby. So it's gonna be 1 for 1, creep wise. But this is a big army, it's gonna be very hard to stop. He has 2 power points collected. Luckily for elves, Mora player doesn't have the war chant yet, but he will potentially have his Sauron available once he decides to commit to the fight. Level 2, and there we go. The Haradrim Lancers, I was talking about this.
Riders of Harad,
Riders of Harad. That's a big army, boys. Okay, beautiful. Very well done. Oh my god, the punishment. Irby was not paying attention, so his archers get trampled and they took heavy damage. It looks like he doesn't want to bother defending this, but he should. Only one archer will have a big trouble. So what you can do instead is you can, for example, try to kill the Easterlings with your archer and recruit one lancer, and with your lancer you can clean this up way quicker. But it's going to be a B street, so it's going to be push against the push. Which attack will deal more and greater damage? That's the question. I think this army is already like super low on HP, and the heal is gonna change this a little bit, but I think this army is better for killing armies. And if they park in front of the orc pit, these archers will shoot the orcs down as they come out from the pit, and you will get yourself a huge army advantage in long terms. But that still doesn't mean that this push is gonna be less effective. They already destroyed your stable, and they will keep committing now and destroy one of your starting Malone trees, which was all about to hit level 2. It's a big handicap for elves, because remember what I said at the beginning of the game, the disadvantage of playing elves is the lack of economical advantage compared to any other faction in the game. So now one player was able to kill more units and the other player was able to destroy more structures. It's hard to tell which is more beneficial, which is more rewarding, but if you ask my personal opinion, I think what Mordor did was greater. So 8 power points collected after the first couple of minutes in the first massive battle for the Elven player Irby. He's still camping around here, and out of combat, these Elven units are able to respawn. 8 power points means he's only 2 power points away from his 10, which could, for example, lead into the Elven Wood. That's a possible option. Or he can also go for the Mist, which will lead later on into the Eagles. And for example, the Elven Wood would give you the option and the potential to go for the Ants later on, which would be great and needed too, because Elven faction's second weakness is the lack of structural damage. So they need siege weapons to finish off the games. And the Mordor player collected actually 4 power points after the War Chant and Eye of Sauron. Because he was killing more buildings instead of army, he's a bit behind in the power points department, but it's not a big deal. Nothing that cannot be changed with one single battle. Okay, plenty of archers, but only a few pikemen. So that's super risky. Level 2 Aradrim Palace, no heroes on the field. But he has also plenty of archers himself. So that's gonna be a big battle of archers. And remember, he lost the stable. That means no more Revandal Lancers anytime soon. And it's a very awkward situation for Mordor, because the orcs, as they come out from the pit, they will get shot in the face, and you know, you will lose most of them, and that will prevent you from gathering the army you are looking for. Troll cage fully built up. The first mountain troll has been recruited. Might get it to level 2 for the drummer troll. That's gonna be also pretty good. I think you don't want to lose your potential, your location. You want to, keep staying here. But what Mordor could do to counter this move is to build some expansions around the fortress, like for example the catapult expansion. Either on the field, that's good. And I told you, the lack of structural damage. This army is deadly against any other army, but their damage against buildings is super limited. Archers without fire arrows basically don't deal any damage to the buildings. Big war chant, and that's gonna be a big battle. The mist has been used, that's good. Mist is able to make enemy units weaker, and also deny the leadership of the Eye of Sauron. So the Mordor player is going for a push himself. Like, he's okay, you know what, I'm gonna go for the base trade, and I bet this army is gonna deal more damage to the buildings compared to this army. I bet. So they are going for a big base trade, towering up, but also the Haradrim Palace level 2 might go down. The 2 Orc pits in the front have been already destroyed. Orc pits alongside with the Goblin Caves are the weakest production buildings in the game. and that's a big push too. Okay, he's going for them floodgate expansion, which is one of the best defensive buildings in the game against melee attackers, because it will use flood over and over again I think like every look this damage output. You see, he was just one-shotting this troll. I wanna know about target reach 100, radius 140, range damage 460 seconds. 460 per second, but it doesn't tell you the cooldown of the flood because it doesn't use it over and over again. So the elves decided to retreat because he knows, okay, even if I keep committing, I won't deal any economical damage to him. So it was all about the brain games over here. The Elven player was forcing or trying to force his opponent for a defensive move. So he was like, okay, he needs to use his army to defend my army, and he knew he couldn't defend this. So knowing that you can't win the battle, I like the way that he's sending also some rams, by the way. Where are those coming from? Oh, this guy's building an outpost over here and sending some rams. And the rams are dealing hella damage. And also the same situation like mentioned before. Rams are siege weapons which are super tanky against arrows as well. And their damage output is kind of illegal. Look this. I think you need like 3 hits to destroy this. Yeah. And even Haldir will need a lot of time to... I like this idea. I like the ram movement actually, that's so good. And I even like more the outposts. More the player was able to get himself over here with the industry on this level 1 slaughterhouse. And that's another weakness of the elves, you know, they cannot contest this. They cannot. Like, you need to go for the end mode to have a chance to destroy those buildings. And this troll, before he got killed, actually killed a lot of stuff. And again, we have a very similar situation. Now it's a bit different though, because of the giant eagle he was able to recruit from the fortress. That's the ultimate power from the fortress of the elves. So you can at least try to stop this ballista. And not this ballista, this ram, which are being sent to you. Unfortunately, the Elven player has no vision around this area. If he would have vision, he could be just going with the eagle and destroy this level 1 industry buffed slaughterhouse. But the eagle's gonna do a lot of great work nonetheless. Look the damage even against the troll. I think you need like 2 or 3 hits maximum to finish off the troll. There you go, 3 hits you need. And these guys not paying attention. They are literally in front of the Malon tree, but don't do anything. Now, RB, the Elven player, needs to realize, okay, I need to build the end mode. That's my only chance to put the pressure on my enemy, which was putting on me in the last couple of minutes. I need to threaten his castle, I need to threaten his fortress and other buildings, which I cannot do right now because my army is almost exclusively based on archers. So I need siege weapons, otherwise I will be losing even though my army is stronger than his army. But that doesn't matter. Buildings are more valuable than units in this game. 11 power points collected. He could always go for a catapult expansion and stop this nonsense. With Mouth of Sauron on the field. And again, the same situation. No pikemen whatsoever. So it's gonna go down eventually. But some of them are shooting for whatever reason. The Mouth of Sauron, who is super tanky against arrows too. Eagle. Somebody kind of damages Eagle a lot. I'm actually curious about, maybe this archers did actually. He's gonna go for the end mode himself. That's pretty good. But he's struggling a lot. Oryx coming from everywhere. There's a troll hidden behind the big tree. I like the idea of Irby though. He's like, okay, I'm gonna camp in the middle of the map and I will prevent him from sending reinforcement to this through the middle. But he doesn't need to do this. He has an outpost over here which he can use for the reinforcement. He's trying to go for the Treebeard. Treebeard might come out or might not come out because the Ram is about to siege this end mode. It's quite tanky building, by the way. It's one of the tankiest buildings in the game. It's 6,000 HP. Even the Ram needs like, I don't know, like 10 shots, maybe even 12. This eagle might be in big trouble. What is he doing? Eagle is one-shotting. Okay, send back the eagle. Send him back. Don't lose him for a single ram. Oh my god. He actually saved him. You can just send him to the spot at the top right and he will be just fine. There is nothing that can, you know, chase him down. 3-bit has a very long recruit time, a minute. Seems really, really long. And Mouth of Sauron with his Haradrim riders is able to finish off the outpost. You also see Gothmog is the hero number 2 for the elves. The reinforcements come. Level 4 Haldir. The eagle might be in trouble to these archers. They will get the chance to shoot him once, but not gonna be enough to finish him off. We have 3-beard now coming, and hopefully he will be able to protect his homeland. But remember, there is a catapult already on the field. And he will be able to dodge the first shot of the catapult. 3-beard is also dying super quickly to this Mouth of Sauron, by the way. And like in BFME 1, these heroes, these 3 heroes are not super tanky against horses. And you need to destroy the siege works. That's what you want to do as soon as possible. The end mode is going to go down. It means your 3-beard becomes more valuable, as he's going to be the only siege weapon you will get for the next couple of minutes. Still level 4. Gothmog is level 2. Level 3 is gonna unlock the Fury. Ooh, what a beautiful Worm summon coming in clutch from the Mother player. He's gonna burn everything over here too. The Eagle's coming from the special summon, but 3-beard is going down to Mouth of Sauron into Gothmog combination. That's dope. He was able to save his Eagle. That's good. And he also went for the hero killer himself. Thranduil has been recruited. A hero that is designed to counter the enemy heroes, regardless if they're mounted or not. But first of all, he needs some levers. Unlike his son, who is Legolas, he's not a fast shooter either. So he's shooting a bit slower unless he will get the Deadeye unlocked with level 4. The Eagles need to try to finish off the Siege Works level 2. That's their only mission. We get more trolls. And you can see the differential in army between Mordor and Elves very clearly in this game. Mordor's army is not a match against Elven army, but Elven army is not a match against Mordor in terms of destruction damage against buildings. So while Mordor has so many easy tools to destroy buildings, here you have trolls, you can throw rocks from a long distance, you can go for the ram, you can go for the catapult, you can go for the fell beast. All of these are great against buildings. Elves don't have that many choices. Elves don't have that many options. Level 4. Level 5 will unlock the Wing Blast. It's also pretty good, but do not overcommit. And he still didn't destroy this level 2 Siege Works. That's gonna be causing more and more problems, because Mordor will not stop recruiting siege weapons from this outpost top right. In this, if you don't pay attention, these catapults can destroy all your Malone trees in a few minutes. PowerPoint wise, we have Irby sitting on 960 command points in total. He has collected 9 power points after the Eagle summon. He's still 16 power points away from his 25. And on the other hand, we have the King, the Mother player. He has collected 900 command points just like his opponent too. He has collected also 8 power points after the Worm summon. It means he's 17 away from his 25, which is also really destructive power. Like we are talking about the Balrog, for example, or the Ring of Fire. And both of these powers are very good against both units and buildings. The Eagle is gonna do a good job, you know, one-shotting those catapults. So maybe with the Eagle you can ignore this siege works and you can be like, okay, you know what, I will not destroy this building. Even if you send me some catapults or rams, I will just destroy them with one single shot with my Eagle, and you will lose a lot of resources for this. But I like the playstyle of the Mother player. He's not willing to take a fight. He's like, okay, you know what, you can sit there, camp all you want. I'm not gonna face your army. I will ignore your army, pass through your army, and try to destroy your buildings instead, because that's what makes me win the game. This Eagle damage against buildings also not really bad, actually. They keep moving. It's a level 3 building for the Silverton arrows. He purchased this. But elves are not rich by all means. He's not rich. He's actually super broke. building multiple Malone trees next to each other with the only purpose to increase the command points. If you build them that close to each other, they will not give you resources, or at least not enough resources. And you see, he's ignoring the whole army, making him chase him and going for the structural damage exclusively. Basically playing the game like an AI. Because that's what also the brutal AI does in Rise of the Witch King. They ignore your army and go for the buildings only. I like the playstyle a lot actually. I like it because most people would try over and over again to face against this army. And if they would not be able to do this, they would just leave the game. Double end mode technology to build them up in trouble over here. He will get his normal end. Need to protect this no matter what. Fury is going to be used. Oof, son. Okay, that's what you can do also, right? So you basically don't fight until you get Gorgorov's Fireball. And then you use it to one-shot all the army from the elves and drop him down to 288 available command points out of this. This guy's like on the hunt. Thranduil map in trouble. Now you want to turn and fight? He's so tanky, by the way. He's so tanky. He's not gonna go down. He's not gonna go down. Maybe Haldir? Oh my god. Maybe, I don't know. Super unlucky for the elves. Super unlucky for the elves. And the Gorgorov's Fireball, ladies and gentlemen. So damn powerful. So damn powerful. And he's gonna get another Fireball very soon. Potentially with the Rain of Fire. Which is like the superior version of the Gorgorov's Fireball. Deals far greater damage. And this ends, he recruited from these 2 end modes are about to be down. And remember, he has only 1 end mode remaining. These orcs are killing the ents. Did he finish him off? Maybe he was over chasing. I don't know. I don't see Mouth of Sauron. I see him. He's getting back to full HP very soon. Almost 18 power points collected for the king, for the model player. And Iron Hand is also available for the resistance to fear. The barbed arrow shot coming from the Haradrims. Maybe we'll get the chance to use the Wing Blast. It's gonna be a Cloud Break Wing Blast combination. Beautiful combination actually. But remember, the Cloud Break, it was kind of questionable from this Elven player. Because there is a Gothmog who is already level 6. And all he needs to be is level 5. And then the Cloud Break won't stun the units anymore as long as Gothmog is nearby. And Cloud Break is gonna kind of slow him down because he was already very close for the 25. Yet he decides to go for the 15 powers of the elves. Eagle will be sent back to the fortress for the nest to recover, back to full HP. The blast has a kind of long cooldown, 1 minute and 30 seconds. They have also the Black Riders coming, the Nazgûls, and their damage output is also super nice. They are also very tanky, the tankiest horse in the game. Mordor is super powerful. Unlike his opponent, he didn't go for his own 15 number 2. Like, he has only 1 15 power point, and now he's trying to save up the 4 remaining power points to go for the 25, for the ultimate power of Mordor. For the most destructive power of Mordor. And I need to say that Thranduil didn't really add too much value to this gameplay either. Like, he did not do a lot. For me, if you ask what is the MVP of the elves, it has to be this Eagle. I think he has been doing a phenomenal job since the moment he got recruited. But Mordor played a much better macro game compared to his opponent. Elves player was trying to force fights, and Mordor didn't take them. Get to use the map really wisely, build himself multiple safe and kind of tricky outposts, and also level 3 slaughterhouse, for example. This was pumping so many resources for the Mordor player too. Gorgorov is reloading, by the way. Is super close for the 2nd time. The Worm Summon is about to be available for the 2nd time as well. The Eagle's Wing Blast available. The Eagle is doing a good job against those Black Riders, punishing them. They also cost a lot of resources. So it's very good if you can kill them like this, which is really, really nice. We now get to see catapults coming from the level 2 Siege Wargs over here. It's level 3 Siege Wargs for faster production speed too. It's an arrow volley coming from the 10 power point too. The barbed arrow shot, a lot of the barbed arrow shot. Beautiful micro from the Mortar player. I like it. Up in trouble. This mouth of Sauron is so damn tanky. So damn tanky on his horse. Like for me, it also feels for me like this. The Tron duel is super underwhelming. I don't know if it's only me, but you can also let me know about your opinion in the comment section down below. I feel like Legolas would have been a better choice in almost every situation. It's so difficult to level up this hero. Level 7 will unlock also the Evil Eye, which also deals massive damage to the eagles. So even if you summon the eagles for the second time or revive your fallen eagle from the fortress, the Evil Eye might potentially be a one-shot. I like the catapult, dealing so much damage to the buildings. It's awesome. 24, almost 25 power point collected. So it's very close. You get power points in this game from the fights you take, so you don't need to destroy anything. Now he has collected 25 power points, and I don't want to miss the potential 25. Let's see what is he gonna choose. The worm summon will be used, the eagles will be summoned, so it's gonna be a big commitment. The catapults are kind of roaming and ignoring the pikemen and going to get the chance to shoot. You can kill also the worm summon if you don't know, with the Lorien archers if they have the Silverton arrows. 29 power points collected. He's not gonna choose it yet. Level 4, finally. Okay, now we have the Deadeye. That's pretty good. It's gonna go and destroy the only remaining level 3 Malon tree over here. And he chose the Rain of Fire. And he has also Gorgoroth Fireball. So he has multiple options to take down this army. In a dream world, you can take down this army with the Gorgoroth Fireball. So you can use your Rain of Fire to commit onto the fortress. Or you want to force him to get back, and you can use it to destroy both the fortress and the army at the same time. Mordor is totally unleashed. Very strong. Level almost 7. The orcs are battling each other. They are battling each other. These black orcs. It's their specialty. They have also the chance to get the forge blades if they want to. With level 2, they get to unlock their Bloodlust, which will make them deal passively 25% even more damage. That's also pretty good. Builder is gonna go down. 2 catapults are coming. And I think he's waiting for the perfect opportunity to use his Rain of Fire into Gorgoroth's Fireball. Gorgoroth is gonna come in now. Not gonna connect too many, but he still killed a bunch. That's pretty good. I think he will try to win this battle without the need of his Rain of Fire. Okay, Mouth of Sauron finally went down, but the catapults are demolishing literally everything. And it's very difficult for the elves to take down these catapults. Really, really difficult. Look, the catapults are knocking them down on the ground over and over again. Okay, so for whatever reason, Mordor is kind of keeping himself the Rain of Fire and not using it. A fine shot.
Bring me an army.
Bring me an army, he's saying. Okay, so Witch King has been recruited. He is not on his Fell Beast, which he shouldn't, because on the Fell Beast he will become much more vulnerable against the archer damage. And these archers have the best weapons, the Silverton weapons. 13 power points after the Rain of Fire. So we have the commander and the captain. Actually, Mordor is kind of getting pushed back a little bit. That's very surprising for me, because elves are losing hardcore, and now elves I'm not gonna say they are winning, but they are in a much better spot than they used to be. 18 power points collected too. So he's also very close for his own 25. Witch King super powerful though. Keep attention to his level 2, the Dread Wrath, for the strongest debuff in the game. And that's the first time I see Irby advancing to the bottom left side. There is still so much space to advance. There are still creeps remaining on the field, by the way. This Warg is still here. This Troll is still here. I hear heroes crying. This guy has to be careful. The level... Oh, he used the ability, Move Unseen. Now he's using the shots. Look, this damage output. He's doing a lot of damage. He's gonna go down though. Does he have heal? No, it's on cooldown. Both heroes are super low. The hunt continues. Now maybe you want to use the Rain of Fire to finish off both the remaining heroes from the elves and also damage the fortress, but he's, for whatever reason, deciding to not use it again. Mordor is just far more advanced compared to his opponent, far richer, far better economy. Witch King is also super low. They're able to outrun. Pikes are dealing a lot of damage to the mouth of Sauron because he's a mounted hero. Now they will turn and fight against Gothmog, who's also in big trouble. Gothmog might go down to the Goblin Town and will go down. Actually, finally gonna go down. And that means 25 power points for Irby too. Okay, he's moving with the Eye of Sauron. He's like, okay, I need to use the Rain of Fire. He could have used it like 3 minutes ago, and it would be already like a quarter of this ability would be already recharged by the time.
We come to protect Middle-earth. Destroy
He's gonna choose the barricade. What is the Witch King doing over here? Witch King is gonna go down to the Goblin Town. Level almost 6 Thranduil. And also this hero is gonna go down. Level 6 Thranduil now. Has the ability Wild Walk. And elves are pushing back. That's unbelievable. It's hard to believe, but it is what my eyes do see. Gorgoroth 3/4 back already. Elves would have 31 power points collected. The fortress is super tanky thanks to the armor, so the flood wouldn't deal too much damage to this. The secondary option, of course, is to always go for the Sunflare, which is also very good against the evil heroes. But I think overall the flood would have been a much better choice. So, oh, he finally used the Rain of Fire. I missed it. Only to damage the fortress, but I think it would be better. Like, what I'm trying to say is, what do you get from damaging the fortress if you have not what it takes to finish it off? So would have not been a much better choice to use it on the enemy heroes and try to finish them off, which would give you a bit more momentum. Because fortress, yes, congratulations, you damaged it, but it's gonna just start rebuilding itself very soon. And you're not in a sieging spot. Elves are coming now from every location, finally making a move, building offensive Malone trees for the first time since the beginning of the game, and punishing you now from every location. This might be one of the greatest comebacks actually in 2025.
Draw back. Look out! Back away. This is the way.
He also used the ability, by the way, Move Unseen. I think they're invisible now until they show up and attack. Yeah, now you will see them. Oh, I see Gorgoroth coming too. Gorgoroth is going to be used around this location to kill a lot of the army, but not every single one of them. And Irby doesn't even pick his power point yet. He has 41 power points collected in the bank. Aradrin Palace, Tavern, he's trying to do everything but he can. Cloudbreak will be used for the stun. Maybe Irby challenge himself to, to not use his 25 power point. Level 7. I would like to see the Deadeye against a hero like...
Brace yourselves.
Trandil, for example. Will we get the chance to see this? He's gonna go down before. He's gonna go down before. He's gonna use the evil eye. Dealt good amount of damage, but not enough to finish him off. The heal is gonna restore more HP than he lost. And also Gothmog is gonna go down. Now this guy started to become impactful and effective. 46 power points collected. He has almost 50, which would give him the chance to choose both the 25 at the same time. You know, he can go for the Sound Flare and for the Flood at pretty much the same time. It's kind of crazy if you ask me. And also the Slorian Warriors and Pikemen with the Forge Blades are dealing hella damage to the buildings. Coming from the bottom, it's a good game. I wish we would see a bit more impactful army from Mordor. Maybe double siege wargs for the catapult spam. Maybe Mumma kills. Maybe drummer trolls so you can give leadership to these Haradrim archers. And make them hit harder. Because the Haradrims didn't have any leadership all the time. Okay, that's a barrage usage. For defense, I think Darkness would have been a much better choice. The fortress is still kind of low. So I'm telling you, with Eye plus Warchant plus Darkness, these two Orc battalions could be able to finish off the fortress. Low-key, it would be possible. I mean, he has Eagles, so maybe not. Eagles would have been able to finish this, to defend this. He also got the Archer upgrade on the fortress. That means everything that is level 3 is gonna shoot with the Silverton arrows. The builder is down. The Worm will be summoned for the, I think for the third or fourth time. And these Oryx with Warchant and Forge Blades, I want you to take a look into their damage output. They are hitting like a truck. They are really dealing a lot of damage. Level 7. Level 10 unlocks the Ton of Vengeance. Ton of Vengeance, potentially the hardest hitting power in a single target location. Like, maybe it's gonna be enough to one-shot Mouth of Sauron from 100 to 0, maybe. Oh, Haldir just got killed randomly, that's unfortunate. Important hero, the only way he gets leadership. Now he might need to revive him or go for Elrond. Flood, okay, he finally chooses both the powers at the same time. Flood and also the Sunflare. He collected so many power points, but he still didn't unlock. He has still many power points to choose, right? He can go for the Elven Wood and for the Einsammeln, for example. These are the two available options. He also didn't pick Foresight yet. Farsight didn't be chosen. That's gonna be the Sunflare. As you can see, it deals hella damage to the units and even heroes. Also, Mouth of Sauron has taken a lot of damage from the Sunflare. His units also got kind of killed through this. Almost got one-shotted. He's invisible, by the way, if you're wondering. The Mordor player, I think he does see him though. When he's close to the fortress. Maybe not. The Flood. Now he's able to see him. Ooh, beautiful damage on return. He will go down. Now he's gonna use the heal. The Eagles commit with the... That's a good combination, by the way. You use Flood to damage the fortress and to destroy all the expansions around the fortress. Then you use Eagles and commit with your army to finish it off. So it gives you the chance and the potential to finish off the base in the fortress without the need of the ends. I think it's gonna go down, and I cannot believe it that this was lost by Mordor. Mordor was winning this game for the majority of the part of the game. I think for like 15 minutes or so, he was in the winning position. I cannot believe this. And I just cannot believe that he ended up losing this. GG, well played. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to not miss future uploads on the channel. I will see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself. Keep hitting like a truck. And as always, stay beyond standards. Peace out, boys.